editing. I'm actually doing editing now instead of playing video games, which is probably better for my brain, I guess. Anyways, this is a screenplay called Brooklyn Kid by Gregory Mandarano. But yeah, anyways, he is known as Majin Buu on Twitch. So you guys should check him out. I'll put it in the comment in just a second if I can find it. Let me see. /profile. Takes a while to find anything on this thing. Let me get his actual. There we go. Majin Buu 1831. There you go. Oops. I'll put that in the comments so you guys can see it. Alright, so yeah, give him a follow. He writes a lot on his Twitch streams, so if writing Twitch streams is what you're into, that's the way to go. Anyways, this is a script called The Brooklyn Kid. I'll read his quick logline and summary, and we'll go from there. We'll talk about the logline. I think I can pull it up, actually, so you can see it. Do that real quick. Yeah, there you go. That's it. Okay. Brooklyn Kid, genre dramedy. A gifted drummer destined for rock and roll fame must navigate life of sex, drugs, and crime during the turbulent reality of the 1970s while confronting the high expectations of Italian family. Kid Sally was born with a veil, an old Italian superstition woman who had lived a charmed life, armed with a natural talent for playing drums and believing nothing can stand in his way, goes out to be a rock star. Accompanied by a band of misfits, clashed with crooked record executives, swept up in a life of counterfeiting, twist fate, luck forever, Kid must wait life. Crack addled pro baseball player against his own, he takes his destiny in his own hands. Interesting. So, my first note, and I'll go ahead and start writing notes. Brooklyn Kid. Logline is, you know, should be, you know, a log line. I think a log, few paragraphs is a lot. And it just is indicative of the fact that it's probably the writer will struggle with shrinking it down, getting it to a format that is really compressed and really clear. So the problem is here is not that, you know, it's not a good story or anything, but the problem is that just the fact that the log line is not compressed is gonna tell me as the editor that the story won't be compressed and efficient, and also probably a little bit unfocused. So obviously, you know, I could be completely wrong, but I would just be that's what I bet my note is going to be on with this draft, just because it seems that the level of compression and like the shrinking, you know, efficiency is not happening at this level, so it may not happen at another one. Make this. Which is not good. So you don't want the story to jump around a lot. You want it to be really clear and concise. Alrighty. I think this is this guy. Nope. Let me get this guy gone. Alrighty. Hopefully we can all see that alright. And off we go. Interior. Back seat. So you wouldn't use a comma in a slug line. You would just do a dash. Page 1. And And I know it's like probably better grammar to do it the other way, but the one thing you have to keep in mind with screenplays is they are first and foremost technical documents. So they are built to make filming it as easy as possible. It would probably actually be checker cab backseat, because you go from the big to the small. So you go from, like, you know, Pharaoh's complex, and then it goes dash, you know, throne room, day, whatever. Anyways, 2 white pills marked Roder 714 sit in an open palm. I knew they'd take at least half an hour to kick in, but I figured F it. Kid Sally, 20, a tall, muscular, charismatic Italian with magic blue eyes, tosses the pills in his mouth and swallows. If you're going to kill yourself, you might as well at least try to do it stoned. Wind and rain blows. A good hook. Having someone, like, about to, like, you know, kill themselves is definitely a catchy, powerful hook. Hopefully, it stays good. A lot of the things they're talking about in Script Shadow right now are the first page syndrome. So, like, the first page is, like, really awesome and crazy, but then sometimes it kind of peters off. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Wind and rain blows into the cab as Eddie Zinco, a slick tongue devil, the quick mind and a flat cap gets in. Take us to the Twin Towers. And why do it? Why jump off the tallest building in the world? What? Wind blows the cabin. Eddie Zinco, 20, a slick tongue devil with a flat cap gets in. So voice over, but who's taking the pills? So I guess he's in the back seat. Is he sitting in the back seat? So I'd give a little bit of scene about where Kid is. Did someone into the back seat with Kid? Or is Kid driving? Because then why did ran in the cab as Eddie Zinco, slick tongue devil with a quick mind and a flat cap gets in. So I would also show, don't tell. Hard to visualize. Unless it's some sort of jargon term that I don't know. Kid looks to the sky where the tops of the Twin Towers disappear into black storm clouds looming overhead. Answer's pretty simple, really. New York City, 1975. It was the only way I could die. Eddie grabs the kid by the arm and stops him. That's my best friend, Fast Eddie Zinco. He's also my manager. Hey, kid, you really intend to go through with this, don't you? I guess I'm assuming they speak with Brooklyn accents. And if I didn't know any better, I'd say he was egging me on. Dark clouds on the roof, a heavy rain pelts the concrete. Kids approaches the ledge and admires the city, a panorama of skyscrapers, bridges, and rivers. You sons of bitches. Kid climbs on the wall, diving the roof's ledge. Want me to jump, don't you? Sitting there in your leather chairs behind your big desks, just hoping I'll do it. Well, I think you want to jump. It goes into the ledge, 1,000-foot drop. Okay, this probably... the speech. It's like he wants someone to pull him down. He's like, I'll really do it. I'll really do it. You better watch out. I'll really do it. So it's kind of, that's what it feels like a little bit. So just be careful there. Let's see. Well, here I am. Are you happy now? And good. As for you, we've made mistake. Giving themselves and murderers and money and power. You know me, I'm not a bad guy. And this is how you repay me? Well, you're jumping off the roof. If you are, you hear me? I'm coming back. I'm gonna climb this skydriver. He's gonna drag you onto the streets. Ah! I think he's gonna kill himself. Not screw it. That's when the Quaaludes hit me like a ton of bricks. I mean, I know in mafia movies voiceover is very stylistic. Yeah. I've never been a big fan of that style choice. I think it makes sense, but the big note here is beware jumping around from hook to something boring. That may happen, but to something slower, I would just say. I'm not sure if this is boring yet. I haven't read it, but what usually will happen when you have these big kick starts is that usually the next thing slows down. Also, it's a big jump. Big jump to go from one place to another so fast. And it's kind of a little bit, I would just say this jump here is a bit risky of a move, just because, yeah, the reader knows you're like trying to make them read on, but I mean, it works. Just wouldn't. Yeah, it's tricky. That's a hard call. Let's see. An apartment day, one hot afternoon, kid lies in his back. Ooh, I know what happened. I forgot to put it back on. Creative beep. There we go. And we're actually on the right channel. There we go. I was like, man, it's usually you see a few people come in. Yeah, Wizard's Lizard doesn't get much traffic on Twitch, apparently. That's me, Salvador Marino, 19. Have you ever saw a kid spoiled by his grandparents? Kid's grandma, Nana Vera, sits fanning herself in the kitchen table. Her old friend Lori reads the news beside her. We're almost at the number we played, 7:14. Wouldn't you know it? 7 and 16 came out. That's Lori, of course. I bet it was that SOB husband of mine that bet the $2 extra. Numbers racket is all the rage. Horses approach the gate at Aqueduct Racetrack. All you do is bet you can guess the last 3 digits of the total mutual handle at any given racetrack on a given day. So again, a lot of jargon, and like I know, like the racetrack thing's fine. Yeah, I mean, usually the first page or two, the reader's okay with getting like bopped around a little bit, but at about this point, you're going to kind of want that story to really start just having at least a consistent track, right? So, let me see. So yeah, that would just be my recommendation, is to shoot for that and to push to kind of get that focus in, right? No, it still has me playing the wrong game. Rats. Should I reset?